Hi, my name is Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. And there are 3 secrets of sex, souls, and marriage that most marriage therapists should know about. Now, I want to be clear. The reason why I call them secrets is just so it shows up when you're searching. But the truth is that what I'm going to share with you are truths. And these are important truths. And we don't learn about these things when we go to school. We don't learn about these things from our parents. And so there's an over 50% divorce rate because of a lack of education. It's really that simple. You know, I was a divorce mediator before I started saving marriages, and I received all of my clients from marriage therapists. Good people, but they don't understand marriage. In fact, their divorce rate is higher than the average. Good people, but they don't know enough about marriage. So the discoveries that I've made are going to help you, and you should peruse the website that we have. I founded the Marriage Foundation as a nonprofit, and we're here to help you. Okay, so the first is about sex. And in today's world, one of the first questions that they ask you if you go to marriage counseling, which I don't recommend, but if you go to marriage counseling, they'll ask, how is your sex life? It's an indicator to them of how you're generally doing in your relationship. But the truth is that sex by itself, which is now called recreational sex, doesn't do it. It's not enough. I've had many clients who have come to me when I was doing live sessions, and they would tell me, we're having sex every day, we're having sex 3 times a week, we're having sex 3 times a day, literally. I had one couple, 3 times a day they were having sex. And they weren't just married. And their marriage was falling apart. Why? Why isn't sex the bond that holds you together? Well, the most simple way to answer that is that sex is an external. It is a mundane material behavior. Yeah, animals have sex. Bears have sex once a year, the females, when they want to become pregnant, and then that's it. They don't even see the male anymore, ever. It's just sex. But human beings are very different. We are souls. We're not animals. We're souls. So for us, the core of the relationship is spiritual. It's a very deep spiritual bond. And what happens is we need to strengthen that bond and enhance it. And we use sex to do it. We even call it making love. Even on James Bond movies, they call it making love, but they're not. You're not making love unless it's the love that is driving the sex rather than the sex driving the love. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, oftentimes, if your marriage is not doing so well, you need to use that sex to help tap into your soul so you can offer that to your partner, which is love. So, what do you use this information for? You use it to recognize that fancy sex, making each other have orgasms, stimulating yourself, which is merely masturbation, or stimulating your partner to have physical arousal, is not what you should be doing. You should be using the sex as a bridge for your heart. That sex should be only between married couples who understand that this bridge, this very intimate bridge of sexuality, can be made into a very deep connection. Okay, so that's about sex. If therapists understood that, they wouldn't even ask, how is your sex life? I never did. We skipped all that stuff. We got right to the heart of the marriage. The heart of the marriage. Souls. You're a soul. Western psychology says that the soul is an abstract thought. Now, there are Christian and other religions where the individual has studied under Western psychological teachers in order to get their ticket so that they can help people, and they understand that you're souls. But they mostly understand it in a different context. They say, you have a soul. Sure, you have a soul. And that's not the truth. The truth is, you are a soul. You are a soul. So I like to put it in this context. You are a soul who has a mind and you have a body. And you're to use those as a soul. And I like to put it into this context that imagine the sun, how large it is. I can't describe infinity, but the soul is that sun. In relation to that, the mind is the size of a nail. The body is the size of a nail. They're nothing. You're an infinite soul, which is part of infinite God. Now, what's the nature of the soul? This is very important when you're married. Because as a soul, you are joy itself. God is limitless joy. He has other attributes, but God's essence is described as infinite joy, infinite love. Tap into that. Be that. Don't look for the soul outside of yourself. Be love itself. Be the soul. Don't be the mind. The mind is controlled mostly by the body, by habits, by bodily instincts, which means it's all about survival. So you're this vast soul, and you've been trapped, you might say, inside this body-mind complex, which were supposed to be your servants. And now they control you, and they control your marriage. You need to shift. You need to ask yourself when you're about to say something or do something, am I being a soul? Am I being totally loving? Because that's what a soul is. Am I being totally compassionate, totally understanding? Because that's what you're supposed to be in a marriage anyway. You literally made vows to that effect. So be the soul. Now, marriage. What's the secret about marriage? The truth about marriage is that it's an individual path that you do with someone else. It's a very high spiritual path. You're learning how to love unconditionally. Now, we have clients who come to us and take our courses, read our books, and they say, oh no, I give unconditional love. No, you don't. Unconditional love is a very high level to achieve. There's no anger when there's unconditional love. There's no resentment. There's no fairness. Unconditional love is unconditional love. And the secret about marriage is that it's a very safe space. I call it the sacred space of marriage, in which you can learn to love unconditionally without getting beaten up like you would in the world. You can't go out in the world and act with unconditional love. Look what happened to Jesus when he did that. The world is harsh, it's treacherous, it's brutal. Your marriage is a sacred space, just the two of you, so you can learn how to love unconditionally. And that's the secret, you might say, about marriage, is that you have this incredible arena that's vast. Just the two of you are in it. You could just pour love and love and love, and don't pour in any toxins. So those are the truths, the secrets that will change your life if you embrace these ideas, and then you use these ideas to go further and understand more about your marriage, how it relates to your partner. That's how I did it. When I started healing marriages, I had to start with basic principles. And I had to find those principles and how they applied. Because you got married to be happy. You didn't get married to be married. Although everyone does. You got married to be happy, to be happier. And marriage won't make you happy. You are happiness itself. And you make your marriage happy. And then you swim in the happiness of your marriage. It's very beautiful. And only one of you needs to do it. You don't need both of you to do that because, again, it's an individual path. It's an individual spiritual path. I have seen this countless times. We've been doing this for over 2 decades. And over and over, we see a woman totally transform her marriage by herself, but she starts by transforming herself. Now, men, it's more difficult. Just being candid, it's more difficult. Women are more easily converted in a way to do this. Not converted to a religion, but shown how to be their heart. Not just tap into their heart, because they're physiologically designed like that, because they're the ones who have children. It's amazing what you can do in your marriage and how you can benefit. Okay. Blessings to you, blessings to your spouse, blessings to your family. God bless you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, like it. If you have a comment, put it in the comment box. If you want to share it, I'm flattered. Share it. It will help people. And if you need particular help with your marriage, write to one of our counselors. It's a free service. And understand, they will guide you, in most cases, to either one of the books that I've written or to one of the courses, whether you're male or female. And they're not paid a commission when you purchase a book or when you purchase a course. They're there to help you. It's a nonprofit foundation that I formed in 2009, and we're here to serve. All right. Thank you, and God bless you.